blind abortion. So picture yourself introducing this and grabbing anything you can blindly and pull, and I do mean hard, and out pops a leg about that big, which you put down on the table next to you. Reach in again, pull out an arm about the same length, which you put down on the table next to you. And use this instrument again and again to tear out the spine, the intestines, the heart and lungs. Head in the baby that size is about the size of a large plum. Can't see it, but you pretty good idea you've got it if you've got your instrument around something and your fingers are spread about as far as they go. You know you did it right if you crush down on the instrument and white material runs out of the cervix. That was the baby's brains. Then you could pull out skull pieces. When you have a day like I had a lot of times, sometimes a little face comes back and stares back at you. Congratulations, you just successfully performed the second trimester D&E abortion. You just affirmed your right to choose. A D&E procedure is a blind...
Hey, shalom, man. All praises be unto Yahweh, Bashem Yashai, Bashem Rakakudash. Double honor unto the elder apostles, the elder bishops at Great Millstone who are warned to us this truth, man. And pretty much, man, they have a detailed explanation of an abortion procedure by an abortion specialist, and pretty much, man, it's a gruesome explanation, but it is indeed the truth. Pretty much, so I can type the wrong word. Should have been murder. Slovakia. And yeah, man, that's what's up with that, man. It's crazy. Now, in fact, let me get it in the blue letter. Should have done that because it can get into the word. This is something that our women do extensively. I remember being on the phone to my woman, and she was walking in her area, and she was just on the phone to me, was talking about whatever we was talking about, and she just mentioned it to me. She said, I've been walking for about 20 minutes, and I've seen 5 clinics, and on each of the clinics, there's a poster outside promoting abortion. I'm not going to say the area she was walking in, but it was pretty much a place, the hood, man, where Jake resigned. And what they do is they put these clinics there to make it easy and accessible. You can do the history of England, the Mods and the Rockers, after the World War II, and the liberation movement of women and sexual liberty, contraception and things of that nature. And it gave women the ability to just sleep around and find ways around the consequences, and yeah, man, Jake women are murderers, and for in a large majority, I should say, not all, but a large majority of women are murderers in that they take liberty in the ability to abort, not understanding that it is indeed a life form. Now, what they do is in school, and I've been victim of this in school. Talking over like 12 years ago, I remember being in the ethics class and the RE religious education class combined, and they had discussions, and it was mainly to engage the young girls, the teenage girls at the time, and they had discussions: is abortion okay, and at what point is a life a life? And what they was pretty much, if I remember correctly to the best of my ability, what they was pretty much instilling in the young girls was that it's not a life until you give birth, so to subtract the conscience of these young women, so that if they did go ahead and kill the baby in that they had an abortion, they wouldn't feel guilty about it. So from the school system, they're being indoctrinated on a satanic level to think it's okay to abort, because this is not necessarily a life form, but that's not the truth, man. Okay, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 13. This is the 10 Commandments, which is the summary of the whole law, the 613. And it says in verse 13, thou shalt not kill. Now, let's get into the word there for kill. Let's see if the blue letters got it. Right, it says Rasha, okay, and it says to murder, slay, kill. Alright, premeditated as an avenger, to be slain, to murder, assassinate. So abortion is premeditated, man. You realize you're pregnant. Ah, shit, I don't want this baby. You know, I ain't finna be no mother. You know, and then even sometimes the men are accountable, man. You know, they'll encourage the woman. Nah, man, get rid of that. I ain't trying to be no father. You know, they may have had sex together, but they may not like each other. I don't want you to be the mother of my child. Nah, get rid of that. You know, so even the men are accountable in some cases. You know, but it's mainly these women that be happy to go in these abortion clinics and get rid of the child. Well, that's premeditated, man. Okay? And you're murdering, man. You know, because guess what? Where does the life form start? The life form doesn't start in the womb. The life form starts in the nutsack of the man, in the testicles, man. The sperm is actually alive. Okay? You know, that's where the life form starts. So, you know, up in them RE classes, when is a life considered a life? The life is considered from before you end up in your mother's stomach. You're already a life form when you're still in your dad's testicles, man. You know? Okay. So when a woman gets pregnant, you know, she conceives, she eats seed, you know, and that seed starts to nurture and grow. Right, from the moment of fertilization, okay, that is an established life form. So no matter how early on you abort or how late on you abort, it is murder, man. And as the guy said, you know, when he's pulling it out, you're literally ripping the forming body of the child apart. You know, you got different stages, the fetus and all of that stuff. You're ripping it apart, man. As he said, if you extend your hand wide enough with the clips, you know, you pull on something like the plum size, and white matter comes out. That's the forming brain, you know. So they're actually committing a murder up in them clinics, man. Okay, and as brothers oftentimes say, the black woman's stomach is a graveyard, man, because, you know, boy, man, boy, like, man, it's crazy, man. Okay, and there's many other things you can do, man. You know, if you don't want a child, I saw it was advertised on social media. You know, there was a report on where there's like a thing where you can, like on main road, you can actually open it up as like a little cabinet, and there's someone on the other side if you don't want the baby. Now, I mean, that's weird. You know, that's weird, man. You know, trying to give up your own child and that. But let's just say you wanted to give up the child. You could give it. There's many places you could give the child in to go into an orphanage and things of that nature. I'm not promoting that way, but it is better than killing that baby, man. You know? So, straight up, man, I could make this much longer, get into more scriptures, but I just want to keep it there, man. Abortion is nothing but murder, man. Abortion is murder. End of story, man. And it's a brutal murder at that.